What's up, LC heads? And, you know, happy, geez, what is it? April Fools. That's right. Your boy does not celebrate most holidays. But I do know that it's April Fools because when I log into Last Cloudia and we get these special little events, you click on them and you get to play through as the fish people. The challenge on the level says it's like 385, which means you need to be level 385 to beat the level or something along those lines. And I'm like, oh, this is what they do for April Fools. Oh, it's April Fools. Okay, cool. So we have some of these levels here, right? Last Cloudia with a question mark and Last Cloudia with 2 question marks. You will be fish people in this, and you will be playing through the very beginning of Last Cloudia, where Kyle, Ray, and Mr. Davin take on Lilibet's Blaze ship, and they quote-unquote rescue Theria, and in the process you get into a fight with some kind of one of the big chicken-headed bosses. It crashes the ship there at the end. So what's interesting about this is you get to play this as fish people instead of Kyle and Ray. You're now fish people. It is a 300-some challenge level. It's really not that hard. Do not let that scare you. It'll be pretty easy. Just go through, use their ability kit. Then we have Last Cloudia with 2 question marks, which is the point where you go to the capital to save Theria, and it is where Zekis actually joins your team. You're fighting Lance Evil and Elise, and you're about to save Theria. You're about to get your ass beat. Zekis joins your team, and, you know, Lily chimes in and takes everybody to the White Lab, except for your team, obviously, and then you have to go to the White Lab. So that's what these are. Pretty cool. Just cool that we get to fight through them as fish people, and you will get some awesome stickers, right? But that's not what this vid's about. The very top one, Scientific Granzelian Bleeding Edge Robotics. You click on this, and this is what we're trying to make sense of, because honestly, this all could be just bullshit, and that's fine. It is April Fools. I do like to think there's a little bit more to it. So here you are on this little island. You can't go anywhere, and there's no chest in the clouds. Trust me, I looked. I will say this though, if you go to the normal map, you will see a bunch of little fish in the water. Oh, here's a bottle washed up on shore. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so there's volume 3. You get volume 1 from this village, right? Sold out. You get volume 2 from this village, sold out. You actually have to go into these and watch some kind of door-to-door salesman, you know, pitch their idea of this robot. And then I guess after you go around and search the ports in the actual main map, which is what I did, you guys just saw me find the 3rd one washed up on the beach here. That means we're 3 out of 5, baby. Let's actually see what this says in the inventory. I highly doubt this is going to give you any sort of robot. Honestly, if it did, I would give them some major props, but I highly doubt that. This is going to be an important... Here's Scientific Volume number 1. Here's the details to it. Scientific Volume number 2. There's the arms of said killing machine. And here are the legs. Damn, what are we missing? What are we missing? Volume 4, the super glue to put this together. This actually looks like another version of Alice. Alright, so there's 5 altogether. I have 3. I got 3, folks. I got 3. I don't even know where to look for the other 2. I tried searching online, but I don't think anybody has posted anything yet. or has figured this out yet. From what I've managed to gather, I think what we're going to want to do is go to like the different port towns, right? Yeah, you're also going to find lots of fish. You're going to see circles of fish and bottles. So everybody go ahead and really check out the world map today. They're putting chests out. They're putting fish out there. I think these salesmen for these books are at port towns, right? See if there's any of them for sale. Jeez, I need to buy that magic glove. Zord the Devourer. Alright, we already did this. This is where Zord was. So, I don't know, I've just been going around. I couldn't find anything. But now I just found part 3 washed up on that shore. So maybe it unlocks something else. Oh, Lord knows we need gold. So my idea was just, I was going to go to the little different port cities, see if there's anything there for sale at all that resembles this this menu. I'm sorry, this scientific journal, because I need to put that damn robot together. So that's what I'm doing. If anybody knows where part number 4 or 5 is to the journal, or how to get them, you know, please let me know. I've made some progress while recording this vid. And honestly, I thought it was going to be around here somewhere in the main map, around the port towns, because if you go around the port towns, if you scroll through them, you'll find pockets of fish, and you'll find bottles washed up. So it's kind of like, oh, they're leading us to this. They want us to go to all the little different port cities. Like right here, Seaside Grandia, I believe, there was like a whole circle of fish here that you could get. I think they were just, they weren't prisms, they were just souls of the little fish people. Here's Port Liddell. This is where that drunk was. No, just music sheet. What about this port? So yeah, this is as far as I got with it. And I gotta get back to work, y'all. So let's pool our resources together. If anybody has any idea on how to get this done, please leave a message. This is as far to the guide as I can make. Oh, it does say new. Right, you got 1 and 2. We picked up number 3. Why does it say that there's something new here? Oh, a bit of bot trouble. Uh-oh. Did we just unlock that? Oh, snap. I think we may have. Now, I am just running my team that I was running around with yesterday. Oh, man, I gotta tell you. The DMC characters, yo, they fell back, yo. Might just be the character dynamic, but they cannot hold a nasty flame to the ReZero characters right now. Rem is just absolutely effing killing it, which I predicted a long time ago, because she's going to scale up as gear scales up with more hit points, right? Because the more hit points you can get on her, the more she's going to get. That's really been showing. I just conquered Heart of the Temple on hard with her, soloed it, no problem. Rem just absolutely destroys it, even with subpar gear. Let's see. And even Amelia, I can take her into Heart of the Temple, and I can clear it out. I might have to cast some spells. I had to tweak her cast time a little bit. I had to give her 20% more to her cast time, just so she could get some of those spells off. But guess what? She cleared it. I can't clear that with any of the DMC5 characters. And yo, I have them all built to like the same level. They're all at like 75, 80 SC. They're right around there somewhere. Alright, so for the ReZero characters to be able to make it through like it ain't no thing, but the DMC5 characters, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I worked on the Devil May Cry characters probably more than the other ones, especially V. I worked really hard on V because he was like the premier status character, and I have his AoE not AoE, his status staff, his paid wep. I could not even scratch that level. Like, even though I was going around statusing people, I killed some of the birds, and I tried, I really did. Yo, even V with his status is not getting through Heart of the Temple on hard, level 95. At least mine's not, and my V is built more than, the other two characters from the collab. And you know what? I can't say that all of them didn't make it. I'm sorry. Nero. I managed to get Nero to run through it once. Nero has a good crowd control in his kit. His S3 is just absolutely phenomenal. So Nero made it by the skin of his you-know-what. The ReZero characters made it no problem. Dante is a breaker by heart, so I wouldn't expect him to have the crowd control and just the raw damage to just not get mobbed by those birds and get torn apart, right? And V, I mean, don't get me wrong, he did his best. He even stunned some of the birds, so I was only fighting half the birds because I was switching targets, I was getting stunned. Yeah, I was trying to stun as many people as I could, but because he's really only elementing one target at a time with like his basic attack, unlike Melee, who's just like, oh, here's an AoE, oh look, all of you are blind, and all of you are dumb, and all of you are poisoned all at the same time, and look, my whole kit's charged now. Yeah, V doesn't get to do any of that. He gets to like single target focus, basic attack, okay, you're stunned, now I get to switch to somebody else. So that just was not cutting it. And even though I built V a little bit more than the other collab characters that he dropped with, he didn't make it. So right now I have to say the ReZero characters, they got the biggest win, out of this whole update. I really cannot wait to see what Rem can do now. She's going to be absolutely effing stupid after I fully unlock her tree, get some more hit points on her. 30,000 hit points is nothing for her to be running around with, So I just can't wait to see what we can do with that. And then I'm going to start putting gear on her that's actually giving hit points. So I'll have to, go through all the different pieces of gear I got. I know I've gotten some gear along the way that helps with hit points and stuff like that. But my Rem yesterday was running around with 3,500 defense, and she still had 1,500 mind. That's pretty effing awesome to have when you're at 30,000 hit points. So I'm going to try to get that up to 40,000 and just make her absolutely stupid. I also can't really remember how well she worked in Arena. It shouldn't take her that much to transform into her unkillable, I have 30,000 hit points form. So we'll have to see. I was very, very surprised, though, at how well Rem did there, because I really thought she wouldn't be able to keep up with the crowd control, with all those birds just charging you and smashing you. I thought she would get bounced around until she died, right? Because Rem has to, for her S1, she has to, like, target you. She can't throw her ball diagonally. If you guys kind of figure out what I'm talking about. She has to throw it from the left to the right side of the screen, or from the right to the left side of the screen, right? So she has to position herself to be able to throw that S1, and I thought that would be the downfall of her. I thought there was no way in hell she's going to be able to position herself. Those birds are going to tear her up, or she's going to end up running around half the time trying to position herself to be able to throw the ball. That didn't happen. That did not happen. In fact, when those birds charge you and she throws that ball, she smacks them upside the head and she interrupts their charge. And I didn't know she would do that. So the level ended up being a straight up cakewalk for her. I probably could have done it without even transforming into her crazy demon form, which really got me thinking, damn, I need to revisit this girl. She's non-elemental, so it's always a safe bet. So I'm really glad it's looking like Rem is making somewhat of a comeback. Last Cloudia does need to put out some prisms. of these heroes, that would be nice. Okay, it looks like we opened up an alchemy lab. Oh, snap. Doesn't matter because we're still missing the last one, right? We're still missing... Okay. It's a good thing this only costs 10 lapis or 10 gold because that's all I got, yo. A magazine with the back part for the killing machine model. Ah. So now, that's what it is. We have to go find that last part for the killing machine. So for anybody that's been following along, you get the 2 parts from listening to the story. Then you leave. You go looking around. You don't find shit. And then when you come back, like you guys saw, one of the parts will be washed up on shore. That'll be part number 3, right? And then that triggers all of this, and then you actually have the alchemy lab here that's open. So I got to go do some work and contemplate where I'm going to get this last and final part. If anybody knows where the last part is, just leave a comment, please. Save all of us the effort. This is about as far as I got. And I didn't see any other content on this at all. I'm sure some people will just like not see the damn thing on the beach and just kind of give up on it. Don't hold your breath, anybody. I don't think they're actually giving us some kind of robot machine that is an actual playable thing. Although that would be dope AF, and I'd have to give them props forever for that. It's probably going to be like a doll you can look at in your inventory. I'd still like to accomplish this if I could. So like I said, if you know the answer, if you got the key, if you got the keys to the yard, yo, please leave a comment. Let us know what to do from here. This island is mostly unlocked. I don't see anything else floating around. So I'm assuming that we're going to have to go to the actual world map to find that last part. Somebody wants to leave a comment and let us know where it's at. I will give you some major props. So until then, I'll talk to you all soon. Oh yeah, and happy April Fools and all that.